Hi, and welcome to the astrology forecast for April. This is Sue here from Inspired Messages, and I hope you had a good March. There's lots going on as usual. This is a huge month. If you've been listening to other astrologers, you will know that so many planets are changing signs this year. And added to that, we have so much Mars energy, including the new moon, solar eclipse in Aries, which is ruled by Mars, that we had on the 29th of March, 2 days ago. We will still be feeling that. And we have the spring equinox on the 21st of March at the Aries ingress. And we have Neptune entering Aries for the first time for over 165 years. And Saturn will also join Neptune in Pisces in Aries this year. It's been in Pisces for about 14 years. So Neptune is going to stay in the first sign of the zodiac until October the 22nd this year, and then it will retrograde back into the sign of Pisces before entering Aries on January the 26th next year. And it will stay in Aries till March 2039. So this is huge, along with, Pluto moved into Aquarius, and that's going to be there till 2044. So, these planets don't change signs all in the same year. Or within a few months of one another. So you can see that this is a turning point in history, in the history of the planet. And it's also, I don't know whether you've heard of this, but it's the end of the Kali Yuga. So what you might be asking is the Kali Yuga. Well, it's Hindu astrology. So in Hindu cosmology, the end of the Kali Yuga cycle signifies the culmination of the dark years, the dark age. Okay, so it signifies the culmination of the current age of darkness and the beginning of a new cycle with the appearance of Kalki, Vishnu's final avatar, to usher in a new golden age. And the Kali Yuga lasts for 432 years. So we're just coming out of 432 years of darkness, and we're going into 432 years of the golden age. So that kind of seems to well, you should expect it to match up with all kind of divination, like astrology. You would think that, in different countries there will be a different take on it, which obviously there is. Anyway, at the end of an era, there's always chaos, and that's what we're seeing worldwide. The powers that be don't want to let go. They don't want their reign to end. So we're seeing lots of disruption. So with worldwide wars, hurricanes, earthquakes, and death and destruction. And obviously, we still have Uranus, which rules earthquakes, in Taurus, which is about the land. And I actually experienced the earthquake last Friday here in Thailand. Um, I thought actually something was wrong with me. I was actually in a coffee shop paying, so I was at the counter. I actually know the shop and I know the people really, really, really well. So I kind of looked at the girl and I said, "Oh, I don't feel very well." I felt like the floor was shifting. I felt very dizzy, nauseous, felt like my balance had gone, and the floor seemed to be shifting. It was really odd feeling, and anyway, we eventually, obviously, we realised what was happening, and we went outside. And there was nothing, there wasn't an aftershock. We just, we were very lucky. But part of my family here were in Bangkok. So, they were in a high-rise apartment block in Bangkok, and that building is damaged. There's no lifts working as they had to be broken out to get people out who were trapped in the lift. So obviously it was a complete shock, which is what Uranus does. Sudden shocks are typical of Uranus. Um, and I mean, Thailand doesn't get earthquakes. I mean, I've asked my son previously to this, and he said, "Oh no, we don't get them." So this is really unusual. But I think the sun has got something to do with it because there's been a lot of activity on the sun as well, and we've got all these things around the world. So we've got I think there's an erupted volcano in Santorini in Greece, and it's not gone crazy, but they think that it's likely to, to do a full eruption. And I think there's an eruption happened in Japan, and an earthquake in Tonga. Floods are forecast for the south of England, and so it continues. So back to Neptune, which has been in Pisces for the last 13 years, and Pisces is its ruler. So it's felt really at home. It's been there. Spirituality and consciousness have become more talked about, and subjects like past lives, astral traveling, and higher realms of consciousness have all been on YouTube. More conversations about death and what happens after we leave here. So that's all Neptune in Pisces. But on the other hand, there's been a lot of deception, which is also Neptune's MO. Over the last few years, we've been lied to. Yeah, it's been amazing how much we've been lied to. And if you ever saw the opening ceremony of the 2012 Olympics in London, you will see what I mean. This was predictive programming, and I've actually put a short video about it in the link in the description below this video. But if you can find the long version, it's well worth watching. This is really just very short, but you'll get the gist, and may it pique your interest to actually go and you know find a longer one. So yeah, it's actually interesting to note as well that Neptune had just entered Pisces when we had the Olympics in 2012. And since that time, we've had lots of lies fed to us and deception and what behavioral scientists are calling mass formation. You can Google that and you can go and have a look. There's quite a lot of information online about it. So Neptune has now moved into Aries, and it will be a very different energy because Neptune's very kind, it has no boundaries, it's very kind of go with the flow. It's very kind of airy fairy. And Aries isn't like that. Aries is the warrior. Aries, it wants to fight. It wants to fight for justice. It wants to work. It wants to get things done. It doesn't want to be relaxing. So, Neptune in Aries is a very very different energy. And whilst it's in Aries, obviously, which is a fire sign, we're likely to see rebellious behaviour with lots of fiery yang energy connected to Aries and people fighting for a cause and what they believe in, because actually that is what Neptune is about. That really is about, the underdog and fighting for a cause. And we can already see this with new political party, uh, the Reform Party, who seem to have fallen out with many people and are now playing, not a very nice game. They're not playing fair at all. And again, many people are being deceived by promises of something new and better. But it looks from an outsider's point of view that they're playing you know, the same game as the other political parties. They're doing the same thing. So I am, as I say, from an outsider, it looks very kind of, well, you actually can't see what's going on, which is very Neptunian. So, you can't see the wood for the trees, you're looking into a blur. And so that is, as I say, very Neptune. But I think there will be more people setting up new groups. And again, we can see this all over the world as the people, they do not want what is planned for us. The farmers in the UK are protesting, and another group that has been set up is the Great British National Strike. And this is going to be May the 24th. And this is going to happen in every town and city, and has been set up by a young family man in the UK. And I'll put a link to the video explaining about it and how you can get involved if you want to, if you feel that's you. But as I say, it's interesting, people have had enough. This is a young family man, just an ordinary man who said, I've had enough, and there's so many issues, and we need to pull together. We need to all be together. We need to be on the same page. We mustn't be divided, and it's right. We must stick together. So Neptune in Aries sparks great visionary abilities, creative and bold imagination, um, and the boundaries can be pushed when it comes to art, films, and music, because art, films, and music are ruled by Neptune, and so Aries can be bold. It can be, take a risk, and it can do something innovative, if you like, and something unusual. And there's probably going to be more virtual reality, which obviously I'm not into personally. I don't want to be seeing something virtually. I want to be experiencing it. I'm sure the majority of people feel like that, I'm sure. So others maybe become idealistic, resulting in impulsive actions, because obviously we've got this fiery Mars, Mars energy with the Aries, and then they're going to regret it later. So some will want to expose the lies, and we can already see that happening. And there'll be lots of delusion and anger as people wake up to how they've been deceived in all areas of their lives. So, as I said before, Aries is a fire sign, so we can expect action. I'm actually putting another link to an interview with Christine Anderson she's a MEP in the European Parliament, about what she thinks is happening in Europe. And it's not overly long. It's really worth watching. So on a personal level, it's time really to let go of things that have been holding you back. Let go of the past and focus on the present, as the planet's going into Aries this year, indicating starting something new. Both Mercury and Venus are both retrograding in Pisces, are conjunct the North Node in Pisces, indicating the direction we should be moving towards in this lifetime. So, what is your life purpose and why you're here? Do you know? Um, it's time to find out. It's time to move forward. And Neptune in Aries is asking you, how can you purify your soul so you are living your life purpose? So my 6-week course, Reveal Your Life Purpose, could help change your life like it has for others. It's been really successful. And people have said to me, I can't believe how much I've changed in 6 weeks. And I know when I made that course that people really want a quick fix. So to do a year or 2 years course, it's not, we haven't got that time. So this 6-week course includes a reading with me with your birth chart. And it shows you how to do manifesting, and we do manifesting like challenges, and at the end you've got a new direction, and you've changed your life because you've actually confronted it and looked at it and decided what you want. So it's very positive. But anyway, the details and the links are below this video, and if you want to get in touch about that and just have a chat, that is fine. Also, please like and subscribe to my channel here on YouTube, as it helps promote my platform. Now, I am not very tech savvy. What I'm doing is really, it's really a challenge for me. And I know that I haven't got my YouTube page properly um, what do they call it, optimized, SEO'd or whatever. And I'm trying to look at how to do that myself. So anyway, what I'm saying is it would be really good if you subscribed. It doesn't cost you anything. And you get notified then when my next video is, and it helps the algorithm and helps show it to more people. So I'd appreciate that. So on the 13th of April, we actually have a full moon in Libra, and that will be opposite Chiron. So Chiron, as you know, is the planet of wounds and healing. So Libra is about justice, balance, and harmony. So if that is missing in your life, now is the time to do something about it. Okay. And a full moon is a time to remove things that are no longer serving us. And the sun in the full moon chart is conjunct Chiron. So wounds may come up to be healed. And look out for this on the world stage. There's so many people are hurting. I think Chiron has a big place to play in the world right now. It's a challenging time, isn't it? But it's important to have the right people around you. Otherwise, how can you move forward? So, if you are in a stuck situation, think about moving forward and changing it. The full moon is ruled by Venus because Venus rules Libra, and Venus goes direct on the 13th of April, the same day as the full moon. And as it's in Pisces at the moment, it's compassionate because it's exalted there. It would, it would be a great time to sort out and heal relationships. This full moon marks some kind of ending or beginning. It's square Mars in Cancer, so that might be a bit of a challenge, but Cancer obviously connects to the home, family, and roots, or on a larger scale, the homeland. And it's time to let go of the past and focus on the present. As as the planets move out of Pisces and into Aries, they're actually encouraging you to do something different. And if we always do what we've always done, we're always going to get what we've always got. So think about it. I changed my life massively, but I was following my astrology, I was following my chart, because it was saying this is what I got to do, and it felt completely right. So if it's right, it will work. The doors open for you, and boy, did they open. So I think it's important to, make a stand, make a change. And we must be compassionate and think about how we can help other people, people who are less fortunate. With that Venus, in Libra, and sorry, with the Venus in Pisces, you can be compassionate and you can think about how you can help somebody. So Mercury goes direct on the 7th of April and Venus on the 13th, as I mentioned, the same day as the full moon in Libra. So Mercury and Venus are in Pisces and Mars is in Cancer. These are all water emotional signs, and that's giving us the opportunity to be compassionate and caring, along with the ability to manifest a better world filled with harmony, love, and beauty. And imagine if everyone visualized a world full of love, harmony, and beauty, the timeline would change for the world. We actually create our own reality. Mercury and Venus moving into Aries on the 16th and 18th of April is likely to maybe ignite some kind of anger, watch out around that time and step away from this energy. If it's around you, just walk away. And we will see this on the world stage too. And we can expect more dark secrets to be revealed. But obviously, you need to be looking in the right place. These secrets may be, to do with events from the past. And I put a link to a video which I watched with included Greg Braden and Penny Kelly. It's got 4 people discussing what the world would be like without secrets, which is very thought-provoking and interesting. So watch that, and the link again is under the video. All this talking. So the new moon is in Taurus on the 22nd of April, again ruled by Venus, and actually square Mars and Pluto, which is a massive energy which may indicate more people protesting. People are fed up with being treated like, fools by the governments. And it can bring disruption as anger ignites. So stay safe around that time. And again, we will see this play out around the world on the world stage. Yes, I think Mars is opposite Pluto for the last time, and usually the last time is the strongest time. So, let's see what the end of April brings. But on a positive note, Saturn is sextile Uranus for the next year. And this should bring about positive change and opportunities for growth. Saturn is about structure, discipline, and responsibility, and Uranus is about innovation, change, and freedom. So let's make the most of this energy together. I think it's a great energy because we need Saturn to structure us, and we need Uranus for the ideas, to do something different, unusual, not the same. Because, like I said, if we always do what we've always done, we're always going to get what we've always got. So we need to change everything. So the rest of April, we go to the 4th. This is Saturn, sextile Uranus. This is the one that I've just talked about. So it's a big aspect, and it helps to provide discipline, as I've said, with any changes, and improves independence with your own goals. And you can utilize both the traditional and the unconventional, in whatever you're doing, because Saturn is traditional and Uranus isn't. It's the opposite. So make progress. You can make progress in unexpected ways, and you can find a new approach to the old ways. Now, this is quite nice, as I said, because we've got this for a year, so it's a bit of lightness underneath uh, the fiery Mars energy that we find ourselves in at the moment. So also on the 4th, Mars is sextile Uranus, and that adds energy to the mix, and you can, be very enthusiastic and excited. You can be very independent, and you can, obviously, with the Uranus, you can be open to doing something different. And okay, and Mars is also trining Saturn, and so energy might be high with the Mars, but it can be disciplined and focused because it's a trine to Saturn. So you can be productive, get things done. So it's a really, really good day. Yeah, and then we go to the 6th, where the Sun. This is another good day. 2 days later, and remembering the other Saturn Uranus is still going to be around for a long time, for a year, on and off. So it'll be stronger at some points as we have the retrogrades. But basically, it's connected for a year. Anyway, on the 6th, we've got the Sun sextile Jupiter in Gemini. So this, Jupiter always gives us opportunities. This is the Sun. And so, anybody suggests something to you, I would really pay attention to anything that's said, any big ideas, opportunities for expansion, and you can be optimistic and adventurous because that's all very Jupiter. And obviously the sun is in Aries, so this is a brilliant day, and Venus is also trining Mars on that day. So again, passionate energy, will help with relationships. You may reconnect with somebody from the past as well. So on the 7th, Mercury goes direct in Pisces, moving towards Aries, but it's still in Pisces. So with Mercury now, appearing to move forward, this can help, get you on track again. You can recharge, you can take care of what you need to, and you can get on with it. So yes, it's really good. And then Venus in Pisces is conjunct Saturn in Pisces, and discipline and responsibility can help you. When you're dealing with others and you need to determine who should stay and who should go, this is really about putting your foot down when it comes to that, your relationships. So be strong, stand in your own truth, and do what's right for you, and not somebody else. This is about you. And Venus in Pisces is going to be sextile Uranus on the 8th. So new people can come into your life, Venus, Uranus, suddenly. Or, you can be open to change and be more unconventional, or you might want freedom. Maybe you and your partner decide you need a bit of freedom between you. But it is generally going to be to do with relationships. And on the 12th, we jump from the 8th to the 12th, Venus is going to go direct, and well, it's 12th, 13th, because the 12th and 13th we've got the Libra full moon. So and we've talked about that, but it's in some parts of the world it's the 12th, and in some it's the 13th. And I think for the UK it's just gone into the 13th. So Venus direct in Pisces, same day as the Libra full moon. We have covered it, but with this Venus going direct, you're going to be feeling better about others, and you can feel less strained by, old baggage. And you can feel, in a week you'll feel much better. And the Libra full moon, it can be a time to clear out. I've talked about that, issues in your relationships, get distance from those you don't feel you have a connection with, or those that are upsetting you. But if you've got a really good connection, then this Libra full moon can bring you closer if you've got a really good relationship. So on the 16th, Mercury enters Aries. Mentioned it before, and that's obviously going to help, can pick up ideas and plans that you dropped maybe before it went retrograde, and get moving again. The 17th, Mercury is in Aries, conjunct Neptune in Aries. So a creative project could get more attention, and you can be enthusiastic about it, and you can come up with new ways to make to focus and make progress and move forward. On the 18th, Mars leaves Cancer and moves into Leo. So obviously Mars is a fire sign moving into a fire, which is Leo. So with Mars back in Leo, uh, it brings, maybe more energy, things that got dropped before, because, it went retrograde last November. So energy can return and you can feel more excited, creative, and joyful about it. So on the 19th, we've got the Sun entering Taurus and leaving Aries. So it's Taurus season kicking off, and it's my birthday month, and my favourite month, obviously. But it's about stability and security, and that can improve during this month. And you can work on having more confidence, getting more resources, pursuing financial opportunities, uh, maybe looking at your finances. And so it's a fixed sign, actually. Taurians love their food. I can attest to that. Nice things that are pretty because it's ruled by Venus. So we like things that are nice around us. They're loyal. Their opposite sign is Scorpio. They're very similar, both fixed, both loyal, and less crossed. They make good friends, and they really want to help others who are in need. They can be stubborn, and so it's difficult to change their minds once the mind's made up. And Uranus has been in this sign for a few years now, and those born in the last week of Taurus may still receive Uranian shocks in their life, but try to see it as a blessing. And there may be opportunities for study of some kind in the latter part of 2025 for Taurians. And on the 20th, Venus is going to sextile Uranus. So again, this is nice. This is maybe connecting with an unusual group, like an astrology group, maybe an astrology social, because Venus is about being social. Connecting with your friends or a social circle could go well. It's a good time to get on with people. You maybe enjoy working on changes and pushing outside of your comfort zone. No, but it's a nice aspect. And Mercury is sextile Pluto as well on that day. And your approach can be serious, really, because Pluto is serious. It wants to get to the nitty gritty. Might do some research, might be able to solve a problem that's been bothering you, but it's getting to the depth of it. Might be that you just read a thriller or something like a detective novel or something like that. And the Sun is going to square Mars in Leo. So something might be annoying, but you don't let it, throw you under the bus. If you do feel a bit cross, um, go and do something to use that energy. If you are sporty, go and do something sporty. So on the 23rd, the Sun is going to square Pluto. So this is coming up, to the new moon, which is in the new moon chart. This is so there might be fighting, as I said, over power or control. You might see this on the world stage, or you might be experiencing this in your own life. But fighting isn't the way. I think if there's kind of upset and rowing, I think then maybe you need to back off and come back when you've calmed down. If it's the other person, I'll definitely leave and let them calm down. But anyway, let's see what happens on the 23rd. On the 24th, Venus is going to conjunct Saturn. So this brings discipline, more ambition, and it can help you move forward with, if you want to finish a project or something like that. So that's good on the 24th. The 26th, Mars is opposite the Pluto. And so again, I think we're going to see this on the world stage. If you're an Aries, then maybe, you're going to feel this. It might seem like something is out of your control and the people around you are not helping. Uh, but you might need to alter your approach or the way you think to find a way out of it. So it might not affect you personally, but I think the energy will be quite strong the 25th, 26th, 27th. So on the 27th, we've got the new moon in Taurus. And as I say, it's ruled by Venus as well. There's a lot of Venus energy and a lot of Mars energy. Um, but with the Taurus new moon, you can take advantage of opportunities to improve again, it's all about what you value. It's all about finance, stability, security. It's about grounding yourself, making your life calmer, making sure you're where you want to be. Um, you know, have you got like a place you can retreat to that can recharge you, where you can recharge your batteries. So obviously on a new moon, you can write all your new moon wishes, what you want to accomplish for the next 28 days. And obviously you can't see the new moon, but you can sit and meditate on your list, think about it, and um, imagine the new moon is up there above you, and that's on the 27th, 26th for some people around the world. So the 30th, Venus is back in Aries, and this can bring you back to things that you got sidelined in March, and you can have more energy with others, be more enthusiastic about love, and take the lead in relationships. So that's um, the end of the forecast for April. I'm sure you can see that there's so much um, turmoil, and we just have to get through it. We have to be together. We all have to be together, whoever we are, really. We can't have division. And I think love is the key. We've got all this Venus energy. Venus in Aries is very ardent. It's very I have Venus in Aries myself in my birth chart. So, it's very passionate. It, it's passionate about life, I think, as well. So, and relationships are important when Venus is in Aries. And I think you have to stand your ground. So I think with all this going on, the affirmation it's got to be short and sweet. And I think it's I live in an abundant world where everyone is my friend. I live in an abundant world where everyone is my friend, so that we can bring us together. I think that's the most important thing. So please like, subscribe, and share. I'm on Facebook, Astrology Sue Fletcher. Look at my website, which is linked under this video, astrologysue.com. Contact me if you need me. If you want to do the Life Purpose course and you just want to chat to me, I can send you an outline of the course of it by email. If you contact me, I can just send you that. And yeah, just stay calm and collected and have the right people around you. And I will see you in May, which I can't believe we're going to be in the 5th month, but we are. So bye for now. Bye bye.